What's up, everybody? Rick from Rick's Rock School. Something a little out of the ordinary today. Post Malone. I came across this acoustic guitar piece, Stay by Post Malone, and I thought it was a good chance to talk about some jazz chords. And I've noticed a lot of guys in the hip hop community, the rap, hip hop, R&B community, they're using jazz chords. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you some essential jazz chords and how he's playing the song. We'll get to the song first. The first chord of the song is F major 7. There's a few different chord voicings, but the easiest way to play this so we all kind of stay in one position on the guitar here is to bar our ring finger on the 5th fret of the E, B, and the G. So now that by itself would actually form an A minor chord. But we're going to put the F note, the 3rd fret of the D, in the bass. So you need 2 fingers. It's like you're playing a power chord almost, but we're going to flatten that ring finger. So that's your chord. You can even get that A string in there if you want to add a little extra warmth. So it's going to be, now that strumming pattern. So we start with a down strum, and then you got to get those up strum accents in there. Up, 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 down, up. So we can kind of go down, down, up, down, up. That's a strum pattern that you could apply to a lot of things. So we're just play that F major 7 chord. This one's a C major 7. We're gonna play 3rd fret A string, 5th fret D, 4th fret G, and then our pinky finger to the 5th fret of B. You could also grab the low G note. Now it's a C major 7, what's called C major 7 over G. Gives it more warmth. Listen to that. So we're gonna use that same pattern. But instead of staying there for 2 measures, for 2 4 counts, we're gonna go to an open A minor 7. Looks like a C chord without the ring finger. That's A minor 7, open A, 2nd fret D, open G, and the 1st fret of the B. And then we can play the high E string as well. So that change is gonna be. After that, he plays this bass run. 3rd fret of the E string, open A, 1st fret. So it's, now we're gonna play 2nd fret of the D string, open D, 3rd fret A, and then we're back. It puts us right in position to play that F major 7 again. So to the C, to the A, and then run. That. We learned some jazz chords. That's the intro and the verse. The chorus is going to play a C major 7, but a different voicing. Chord voicings are so important. If you stick around after this lesson, we're going to talk about chord voicings and their importance. But this is going to be C major 7 over G, just like this, but we're going to play it in the open position. So we have the open E and the open B and the open G. So the 3 strings at the bottom are going to be open. Then we're going to have 2nd fret of the D string. Our pinky finger is going to grab the 3rd fret of the A and then the ring finger on the 3rd fret of the E. So if you pick every string individually, those major 7 chords are great. They add a little bit of like a hint of sadness to our major chords, because otherwise we're kind of playing and we sound like we're at a campfire. So these jazz chords come in handy when we want to add some sophistication to our guitar playing. Now this time we're going to stick with 2 4 counts for each chord. So it's So here's those chords with some more voicings here. That's C over G that we just talked about. You stay there for 2 4 counts, and then that A minor 7 that we talked about that was in the verse, 2 4 counts. Now watch this. There are some notes in common here. When we play that C major 7 over G, we can leave the middle finger exactly where it is. Take these 2 fingers away, add the 1st finger. Now you've got C major 7 to A minor 7. Super easy change. It's good to just practice cycling, back and forth. And when we have a common denominator, when we have a note that's in common between 2 chords, it definitely makes that change easier. So that's something I look for when I'm teaching students new chords, that those notes that we can hold the same finger in the same spot, it makes it seem less daunting. So C major 7 over G, A minor 7, then we're gonna go to D7, our D7 chord. Again, look, from A minor 7, keep your first finger where it is, bring the middle finger down a string to the G string and put your ring finger, 2nd fret E. Now we've got the D7 or D dominant 7 chord. So again, C over G. A minor 7. To the D7 chord. Then it's going to go F to F minor. It's a common practice when we're playing like pop music. This happens in pop music and rock music. It's a common practice here where we take the 4th chord of the key. In this case, the key of C. We go C, D, E, F. So F is our 4 chord. And we play the major version, and then we would play the minor version. It kind of springboards us up into that verse, back into that verse again. So that F major chord, we played F major 7 over here. This is why chord voicings are so important. There are so many ways to play each chord. F major 7. This is also F major 7 if you have the open E string. We're gonna play the 3rd fret of the A string. Our pinky finger is gonna get 3rd fret D. Middle finger, 2nd fret G. First finger, 1st fret of the B string. And you can choose to have that E open to give it that ominous F major 7 sound. Or you can actually use that first finger, and it might do this naturally anyway, but you can get that first finger to block out our E string. So we're gonna play F, and then to play F minor, lift the middle finger up and put the first finger on the G string and have it hold down the first 3 strings, and you'd have that F minor sound. Look, major, minor. One note is enough to change the whole mood of that chord. Hear that F minor, and then we're going to go right back to the top. Then, so that's the whole song. You got that F major 7, C major 7, or C major 7 over G, A minor 7, the bass run. Back to it. When it transitions from verse to chorus or chorus to verse, he's using that F major to F minor thing, and then you're right back to it. For the guitar solo, you're just playing the verse. So that's how you play the whole song, guys. Just keep that strum pattern comfortable. F major 7, C major 7 to A minor 7. So, if all you wanted to do was learn the song, you got everything you needed out of this video, you can click it off. Check out my other videos. That would be cool. ricksrockschool.com, by the way, for one-on-one lessons. All right. Who's still with me? You still there? Awesome. Well, then you care about your guitar playing. Let's learn some jazz chord voicings. We know this one now. That's a major 7. And any chord, remember this, any chord that doesn't have an open string is movable. We don't have any open strings to worry about here. So that's F major 7, but I also just taught you every single way to play that major 7 chord with this voicing here. So look, every single note, there are 12 notes, therefore there's 12 different versions of this chord. You've got F major 7, or you could go E major 7, E flat, or we can go up, F major 7, F sharp, G, G sharp. This is A major 7. You get the idea. We can just move that all the way up. Then you got major 7. So that's a major 7, but also this is also a major 7 voicing with the root on the A string. The one we learned in the song with C major 7. That's also movable. So, major 7 voicing here, major 7 voicing here. If we want to turn them into minor 7s, in the song he's using that open minor 7. But that only does us good for that one chord. That's got open strings, so it's not movable. I'll show you a movable way to move that. So let's say we were going from that C major 7 to like a D minor 7, for instance. We would we would bar our first finger, 5th fret of our A. You'd have your ring finger, 7th fret D. The first finger's also got the 5th fret of the G, and our middle finger is going to be on 6B, the F note, and that's a minor 7, and that's also movable. So, major 7, minor 7. We've got another major 7 voicing here. We have another minor 7 voicing. Check this out. Let's say we wanted to play an A minor 7 chord, like the one in the song. We wanted a different voicing for it. Just like that, 1 finger. 4 strings, 1 finger. You've got your A here, E, C, and G. A minor 7. So now you know 4 important chord voicings. There's a bunch more. I'm going to do a whole separate video on a bunch of different jazz chord voicings, but now you've got 2 ways to play a major 7 chord. You've got 2 ways to play a minor 7 chord, and you know that you can now move them down the fretboard. So now the whole fretboard is unlocked for you for jazz chords, and you know how to play Post Malone Stay. So if you like this content and you want to check out ricksrockschool.com for one-on-one lessons, ricksrockschool.com. We offer lessons of every instrument. We'll see you there, guys.